All right, you guys, we back on. I tell you what, technology is technology. It is what it is. Technology is technology, and we have to deal with it. But this is Midday with Tara. I'm excited to be on today. Give everybody a few minutes to try to log back in and get back on. You know, we got to deal with technology. That's the thing about going live. You got to deal with technology. So we'll stay on a little bit longer today just because of technology. But it's Midday with Tara, and I am excited today. We are talking about purpose. We got this is a continued conversation from Monday. And when I tell you this conversation, you know, when I get excited, I get my voice, my tone, it increases. So, but at this and when I get excited about something I have a passion about, I get excited. So I'm excited to come before you guys today with Midday with Tara. So when you just log it on, share, like, share, invite, because I'm telling you, when I tell you, once you get this down and apply it to your life, it'll transform you. It will transform you. You know, so I labeled it today, this topic, purpose. Stop being a cookie cutter. On Monday, we were talking about purpose, and I was sharing a conversation that I had with someone regarding, let me just get through my announcements, some of my upcoming workshops. December 30th, January the 6th, 13th, and 16th. We're in Augusta. We have 3 workshops scheduled so far. It's called the Vision Board Strategy Workshop. December 30th, January the 13th, and January the 16th. You can go to eventbrite.com, Tara T. Stallings Inc., and you'll see all the events in Augusta that's listed. But they're a Vision Board, a strategy workshop, and the conversation Monday sprung from her asking me the difference between a vision board party and what am I doing differently. So, yeah, I'm sweating, so it's live and I got lights on. But it's okay. So, and we were talking Monday, and it's only a 30-minute broadcast, so I guess I go a little bit later, but it's 3 extra minutes today because of the technology. But we were talking about, when I left on Monday, I was talking about being a cookie cutter. So today I said, well, you know, I'm going to purpose. We're talking about living on purpose, understanding your purpose, so that you can walk into your vision. You do not, I don't care, you can argue me down and I will argue you back, but you cannot prove it. There is no way that you have a vision when you do not know your purpose. You may have a lot of goals, but if you don't know your purpose, it is impossible. And I'm going to use that word impossible. Because if you don't know your purpose, you lack identity. We'll get into that in a second. But if you don't know your purpose, there's no way you can understand your vision and your destiny. Impossible, because you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You don't know what makes you tick. You don't know what makes you come alive. So we're talking about purpose. Stop being a cookie cutter. And what we talked about, what we shared on Monday was most people get caught up in being a cookie cutter. What do I mean by saying a cookie cutter? You know, we are taught certain values, especially about life and about our jobs and our career and things we need to do. But we're taught these things in a cookie cutter manner. Tara, what are you talking about? Everybody has to go to work. Everybody got to pay their bills. We understand all of that. But every one of us, if you have breath in your body, you are purposed for success and greatness. Let me say that again. Every person, if you have breath in your body, you are purposed for success and greatness. Will everybody walk in success and greatness? No, they will not. But everybody that's living, that's alive, you're destined, your purpose for success and greatness. But everybody doesn't walk in success. And everybody doesn't walk in their greatness. Their greatness. Because we lack this one thing. We don't know our purpose. We don't know who we are. So you definitely will not know your purpose. You may have a lot of goals that you may want to achieve in life, and that's great, because getting to vision and purpose, you gotta reach goals. You gotta accomplish some goals to get there. Even in understanding your purpose, you gotta have goals so you can even understand that. So we're talking about that today. So we're just a continuation. Oh, my tongue tied today. I'm continuing a conversation from Monday's broadcast. So like and share, you guys. Like and share, like and share. So when I left off Monday, I was sharing about, like I said, a continuation of this conversation. So I want to go in a little bit deeper on how do we discover, how do we get to our vision via way of purpose and then our destiny. Because I shared my story about, I had a natural talent, hairstyling, good entrepreneur, great business, platform work, travel, work for different companies. That was great, but it wasn't my purpose. It was a talent that God has given me, a natural talent that I worked on also, but it was a natural talent that God has given me, but it was not Tara. It was not what Tara was purpose in the earth to do and to be. It was a talent. Now, with that talent, it helped guide me to understanding my purpose. We talked about on Monday. Purpose is something that when you know your purpose and you're living in your purpose, it brings you alive. What do I mean when I say it brings you alive? Purpose is not a good job. It can be. Because you can be on a job that's part of your purpose, and when you do it, it's not like work. You're not tired. It's not burdensome. It brings you a lot. It becomes a part of you. When you understand your purpose, when you are working out, when you're acting out your purpose, it brings life to you. Y'all know that saying? People say, "Oh, that just brought me life." Well, purpose brings you life. You know, they say things and stuff give them life. Purpose gives you life. That's what gives you life. You don't get tired when you're walking and you understand your purpose. You don't get tired, because when you understand your purpose, then you can see your vision. And we're going to talk about vision because people don't even know what vision is. I shared earlier, a lot of people have sight. They don't have vision. Many people have sight. They don't have vision. You can't have vision if you don't know your purpose, people. So I was listening to Miles Monroe. A good friend of mine sent me this, and I just thought I would take these notes because he made this so clear. He said it's 5 things. 5 things that we as humans, the 5 questions, he said, 5 questions that we as humans are always in search of. Who am I? Identity. Who am I? I don't know about you guys, but I asked myself that question. Lord, who? And this was because now, if y'all don't know, if I've said it before, I love the Lord, the God, the great I am. I love him. So I said, God, who am I? What's my purpose? You know, so Miles said there's 5 things that we ask. We ask, who are we? Where do we come from? Why am I here? Purpose. What can I do? What's my potential? And where in the world am I going? Where am I going? So we ask, who are we? Identity. Sadly to say, 80% of the world, they don't even know who they are. And that's people that's in the world, and that's people that's in God, that's in Christendom. They still don't know who they are, because most people identify themselves by their title, by their job, And that could be their job title. That could be their title as a mother, a friend, whatever. They label themselves. This is who I am. That's not who you are. That's what you do. I had a conversation with someone about that. Well, I have this. I am this. No, that's what you do. Your job title does not mean. If you identify yourself by your job, you have no identity. I'm going to say that again. If you identify yourself by your job title or your accolade title, you have no identity. Because what happens if it goes away? Who were you before you got it? So the next thing he says, where am I from? Where did I come from? You know, we want to know who we are. Where did I come from? The next one is where am I going? Why am I here? What's my purpose? What's my purpose in the earth? So we ask ourselves those questions, and then what can I do? Because some people, they have a talent, but they feel like it's worthless, or it's meaningless. Because everybody has something that they can do. It may be administrative work. They have a natural talent for that. They may have a natural talent to clean. See, we look at this stuff because you have people, they are anointed to clean. They have a talent, honey, to clean up. They can come in and clean your house up so good in 35 minutes or an hour, and you like, what? That's a talent, you guys. And then the next one, we want to know, well, where am I going? And when I saw these, I said, you know what? Wow. I remember asking God all these questions. Who am I? So we're talking about purpose. So I want to share with you guys a little story. I used to facilitate self-esteem workshops at the library. And in this particular workshop, I guess he was in his 30s. Looked like to be 30s. It was a guy that came in. And he asked a question. And we were talking about purpose in these workshops. And he asked me, he said, I've always wanted to own my own restaurant. He said, but every time I share with my family my dream, they shoot me down. Talking about being a cookie cutter. They shoot me down. So I asked him, I said, what do you mean? He said, I tell them this is what I want to do, and they shoot me down. They tell me, well, you don't have any money. It's enough. This is stuff down. This is family. It's enough restaurants in Augusta, because we're in Augusta. How you going to fund it? Who going to come to it? These are things that shot him down. And he said, you know what? I just really believe. Now, this man, because we weren't talking about vision. We were talking about purpose. He said, I really believe that my purpose is cooking, and I love to cook, and I want to open up my restaurant. So I asked him, and he was in the library or whatever, at our workshop. And I said, well, have you gone to school for culinary arts? He said, no. I said, well, maybe that may be something now these are goals. These are goals to get to purpose. I said, well, maybe that's something you may want to look into. He said, well, I don't have any money. I said, baby, they have funding for everything that you want. If the government won't fund it or give you a loan, they have private loans. If you can't get a private loan, you have scholarships. I said, well, there's a will, there's always a way. So anyway, I'm talking to the young man, and I'm sharing with him. And he said, I feel bad when I try to share with my family things that I want to do, and they shoot me down. So my first reaction and my advice was him to stop telling it. Stop telling people what you want to do. Stop telling your family what your plans are, what your desires are, when they can't see vision, when they can't see who you are or what you are and your purpose. Stop. And I shared this years ago. A person can only take you as far as they have gone. My God, I got to say that again. A person can only take you as far as they have gone. Tara, what are you talking about, Tara? This is what I'm talking about. With this young man's for his example. I told him, stop telling people, stop asking your family, stop inquiring of your family, stop sharing with them your vision, your goals, your aspirations, because they can't go there. Because they've never gone there. Because one thing I remember him saying, they said, well, nobody in our family ever did anything. They never did that. So what makes you think you can do it? Because people limit you from their capabilities and their accomplishments. And they also limit you because of their fears. So people limit you from their capabilities and their accomplishments and their fears. So when you start sharing what you want to do, they quickly shoot you down, telling you what you can't do or why you want to do it. That don't make sense, and you're not going to make it in money. How you going to make it happen? And then what we do is we start believing the lie. We believe what they say, and then we conforming to the cookie cutter that they want us to be. Just go get you a regular job. If you want to work, go get you a job at a restaurant. And you work at that restaurant for 25, 30 years, miserable. You may even go up in ranks to where you become the restaurant manager, miserable, because you're not living out your purpose. You're not living out your purpose. You're miserable, and you always say, I always wanted to own my own restaurant. I always wanted to do this, and I always had a dream, and I always felt like this, and I could see myself doing it, because then that's vision, but you never do it. Because we listen to people that have sight, no vision, and they definitely they don't know their purpose. So when you have a slight understanding of your purpose, and you start to share with them, they can't see it for you. They can't walk it out. They can't walk it out with you because they knocking you down. How you gonna do that? You may not know how you gonna do it. But does that mean you can't do it? Does that stop you from doing it? No. It's too many people that's living in the world today that have great jobs, even have great families and children, but they are miserable. They are miserable because they are living a life not full of purpose. Because one, they don't know who they are. They have become what the people around them said they should be, or their culture, or their society, or their social affiliation said they should be. And they're miserable and scared. Let me say that. They're miserable and they're scared. They're scared because if they step out, they don't want to be judged or looked at differently from everybody else. They don't want to lose a friend. They don't want anybody to talk about them behind it. Nobody wants to be ostracized. My God, if that happens, what would happen? If people around me start looking at me different, they start talking about me. Oh, well. People talk about me all the time. You think I care? I got delivered from people a long time ago. Because if you do not get delivered from people, people will rule your life. They can always tell you what you need to be doing and what you don't need to be doing, and you need to do this and you need to do that. And what are they doing? Nothing. Not one thing. Not doing anything. But dictating to you what you should be doing. That's right. Living a comfortable life is miserable. That's right, it is. It's miserable. And I refuse to do it. And I'm trying to help you guys not. You can live a life full of joy and purpose. But first you got to know who you are so that you can know what your purpose is. But most of us know what it is, but we can't identify it. Because when we start doing stuff, and I just use what I'm doing here, and I use this on Monday. This brings me life. See, I can sit here. It's a 30-minute broadcast, and my friends know that really know me. I can talk about stuff like this that's going to transform your life all day. All day. I can help you and help you strategize and find the answers to the questions that you already have in you, because whether y'all know it or not, you possess all the questions, all the answers that you ever, to every question that you answer. You already have it. You just need somebody to help you, to ask you the right question so you can pull that answer out of you. You already possess the answers. You already possess what you need. You just need somebody to help you, ask you the right questions so that it will lead you to pull out that answer that's already in you. And that's what I do. I love it. That's part of who I am. And how I found that out, I had to be alone. And that's what I'm getting to. See, most people will never know their purpose because they don't want to be by themselves. I'm going to sit there for a second. Most people will never know their purpose because they do not want to be alone. They don't want to be, and I shared this a while ago. If you don't like being with yourself, how are you going to expect somebody else to like being with you? If you don't like to be alone with yourself, why would somebody else want to be alone with you? Well, when on your pathway to finding your purpose, identity first, because identity becomes, you got to find out who you are, because most people don't know who they are. Before you can find out your purpose, you got to find out who you are. And when you're trying to find out who you are, that means you're going to have to cut some people off. You're going to have to get away from some people. And these people may be people you've grown up with all your life. You might have to get away from them. Because I said before, a person can only take you as far as they have gone. And if your sights are here, and the people that you are around are here, they can't get you where you're going. Because see, they can only see from this level. While you look in this level, and they talking, and you trying to share with them things that you see on above this level, they can't see it, they can't understand it. So they're gonna always try to bring you back down to here, cause they can only see what on their level. This is as far as they're gone. So if you are here, or if you are here and you peeked over here one time, and you like, I think that's for me. You need to find someone that's here so that they can bring you here. Does that make sense? Because see, you need to find someone that's on the level that has evidence. Let me say that. Not just talking and talk, but they're walking, that they have evidence of where you want to be so that they can mentor you in the things that you need to do to get where they are and even further. Does that make sense, you guys? Because see, we got to get this thing together. It's too many of us living life, working on jobs 30, 20, 30, 40 years in relationships with people you were never, and I'm just going to say you were never meant to be in a relationship with. Oh my God, but because people assume or people just think y'all supposed to be together, y'all miserable. No, not necessarily. So you got to know, one, identity. When you know your purpose, then you stop being a cookie cutter. Have enough courage to step out and say, hey, I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to be happy. Because see, most people tell the lie, oh, I'm happy, I'm fulfilled. But then when they get home and they in their bed at night, they looking at the wall. The TV on, the music on, and they looking at the wall and they just as numb. Like, no, because I've been there. I'm not telling you something. I know because I've been there. So, and then they tell a lie, or they hanging out with all these friends and they doing everything that everybody else doing to try to make themselves and make their life look like it's so great. And on the inside, they're dying. They only like half of the friends that they hanging out with. They just doing it because, one, they don't know who they are. Two, they don't know their purpose. So you can't get the vision. So you get caught up living a lie, and then you get comfortable in that lie. Slowly dying. Slowly dying. It's too many people that's in the graveyard today that had greatness in them. And they died with it. Because if, like I said before, if you are born with purpose and success and greatness. Not everybody will live out that. They won't live out success, and they won't live out that greatness, because everybody not going to do. Everybody not going to take the steps to get to where their purpose, to find, one, find identity, two, find their purpose, and three, find their vision and their destiny. They're not going to walk those steps, because they're going to have to leave some people. They're going to have to leave some mindsets. They're going to have to leave some belief systems. They're going to have to leave some things that's not purpose for them on their journey to finding that identity, purpose, vision, and destiny. Because, see, nobody wants to be ostracized. Y'all, I tell you what, my time, and no, it goes fast. I got about 2 minutes, but since I started late, I go about 3 minutes over. So, you know, I'm just here today because I want to try to propel you guys to understand it, purpose. But before we get to purpose, we got to step down. Who are you? You got to identify yourself. And I'm not just talking to people, secular people. I'm talking about people in the church too. Because half of the people that go to church don't know who they are. Most of them go to church, especially want to be in some ministry or be in an affiliation with something, or want to have a title. And yes, I'm coming forward. I'm telling the truth. They want to have a title, want to be evangelist, bishop, minister, pastor. They want to do all this because, one, they don't know who they are. So they look into the church system to give them a title, to slap a name on them so they can have an identity, and still don't know who they are. They just doing something, messing up people's life, or causing people to stumble, or causing themselves to stumble, or got people looking have people looking at God from their mistakes, because they all messed up, and then they're making God look bad because they don't know what they're doing, because they have no identity. So we have to learn who we are, you guys. How do we do that? We got to get alone. Alone. Get by yourself. Spend some time with you. Move away from what society has created or you have conformed to. Move away from that. Because, see, you got to shake it. It's like an onion. You got to peel off all of that stuff. You got to peel off all of those hurts, all of those pains, all of those false belief systems, all of those lies, all of those cultural beliefs. You got to pull all that stuff off so you can find out who the real you is. And once you find out who the real you is, let me tell you something. It's not enough just to know who you are. It takes courage. Oh my God. Woo! I can shout off of that. Because I live this stuff, you guys. It takes courage. Courage, oh my God. To go through the naysayers. To go through the people that's been talking about you. And I ain't talking about people in the street. I'm talking about family members too. Friends that talk about you, think you crazy. Why you doing all that? You know you just a dreamer. No, I'm not a dreamer. I'm a visionary. And I know one thing. I found out who I am. Yes, I did. Nobody can tell me who I am. I know who Tara is. I know what makes me tick. I know what makes me roll. I don't need somebody else to tell me that. I know my purpose. And I know my vision. And I know where my destiny is going. I may not know it all in the fullness of it. But I know enough to keep me rolling. I know enough to keep me rolling. I'm trying to read what you said, Perry, but you know I can't. I got my reading glasses on. So, my time is almost up. Guys, I'm going to have to come back on. Christmas is Monday. So, y'all know I'm not coming on Christmas. I might come on for a quick second just to say Merry Christmas, but I'm not coming on doing a broadcast on Christmas because I got to be with my grandbaby and my family. So, I'll be on Wednesday. But let me just give you these announcements. And I've made a post. Go to my fan page, Tara T. Stallings, Inc. Like, share the page. I'm having some workshops here. in Augusta. A person asked me, and I put something on there today about couples. If you are in a marriage, or you are engaged, or you are in a relationship and you think about engaged and getting married, y'all need to be here. The divorce rate is so high because people don't know who they are, they have no purpose, and they have no vision. Love is never enough. I'm going to say it again. Love is never enough. You got to have a plan. You got to know who you are. You got to know your purpose. And you got to have a vision for yourself. Why y'all even want to be together? Why do you want to get married? See, you got to ask yourself these questions. Why do you even want to be married? You got to have it's a purpose for it. It's not just to have sex. You can do that with anybody. It's prostitution. $5 a hit. $5. You can get it all day. Male or female, doesn't even matter. $5 a hit. $20, honey, they'll take you to the moon and back. So let's find out. So you got to find that person. So couples, I'm telling couples, if you're married, your relationship, you do not have to have a miserable marriage. Okay, Jerry, you know you're gonna have to put that, inbox me that number because I may not be able to get it off of here, but I'll try to keep it. You don't have to have a miserable marriage. You don't have to because your mama them did, or your cousin them did, or everybody else faking the phone. You don't have to. You can have. I know people that they actually love each other. Not even love each other, they like each other. Because like I just said, love is not enough. You got to even like the person that you're with. But you got to know who you are, your purpose, your destiny and your vision. So you guys, let me get December 30th. My time is up. I went over a little bit because of technology. December 30th, we have a vision board strategy workshop. December 30th. You can go to Eventbrite or you can go to my page. December 30th, January 13th and 16th. Go to my fan page, Tara T. Stallings Inc. You get all that information, or go to Eventbrite. Now the seats are limited in all these workshops, so it's a small cost, but I'm providing everything, and I'm giving you my latest book. So, and I'm providing everything that you need. So I just need for you, if you know a couple, you know a single, you know a youth that's struggling with who they are, they need to be there. You know somebody that's in college. There's too many people that's going to college, getting a degree, and when they get out, they can't, I don't know what I want to do. They don't know who they are. They don't know their purpose. This is Tara, Midday with Tara. You guys, my time is up. Oh my gosh. My time is up, but I only have 30 minutes, and I went over a little bit. So, one more announcement. I want you guys to be looking out. January, I'm telling you, God is my God. My great I am is doing great things. Vision is my vision. It's my purpose. I will be co-hosting with Dr. Eron Garnett. Let's Talk Solutions on a talk show. WFAM AM 1050. And we will we'll be on the CW on Sundays, I think 1 o'clock. We have a radio talk show. We'll be interviewing some fabulous people. We'll be sharing some things, giving out some wisdom, some knowledge. It's called Let's Talk Solutions. I mean, he is doing, y'all, I'm not telling y'all anything that I'm not living. I got the evidence. It didn't happen overnight. I had to work my goals. But God is doing great things in my life. I'll see you guys. Happy holidays. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I think that is the 27th. I'll see you. Happy holidays. Until then, be peace. You can live a life full of joy,